Please find your seat and let's get to work. Take a moment to settle into the physical sensations of your body sitting, whatever the configuration of sitting might be. You might start by feeling into the points of contact between your body and the surface that supports you, the points of pressure where your body meets the chair or the cushion or the floor or the seat or the park bench or what have you. And then you might slowly work your attention up your spine, focusing on the physical body sensations that you may find along the way. And then take a moment to find your breath, wherever you feel it the clearest. Notice that there are several ways you can attend to your breathing. You might hear your breathing. You might tell yourself that you're breathing in or breathing out. And you can feel the physical sensations of breathing in some specific place or area. And so you might feel the passage of air at the tip of your nose or the back of your throat, or the expansion and contraction of your chest or abdomen. Choose one spot, whichever one is the clearest for you today, and focus on the physical sensations that you notice there. See if you can attend to this physical aspect of breathing and follow the next several breaths from the moment they arise in your space of feeling all the way until they vanish. Feel your breathing. You might allow your attention to broaden to the entire space of physical sensations that may be arising for you. You might be feeling those points of pressure again, maybe the feeling of a breeze against your skin, an itch in your finger, maybe a bit of indigestion. Just attend to the arising of physical sensations in your awareness, in your space of feeling. In this practice, we are going to keep working with the space of feeling, of body sensations, of somatic experience, but we are going to turn our gaze inward a little bit and attend to a slightly different flavor of physical sensations that will be present. And these are the emotional body sensations. As a matter of subjective experience, our emotions are made of some type of a body sensation, intertwined with mental talk, intertwined again with mental imagery. In fact, this body sensation is the primary juice and fuel of all emotion. It is where the power of emotion lies. Interestingly, it is also the bit that we pay attention to the least. When we find ourselves in the midst of an emotional experience, we are predominantly occupied with the mental talk aspect of it and the mental imagery aspect of it. We ask ourselves why we are feeling what it is that we are feeling. Why are we angry? Why are we sad? Why are we happy? Why are we excited? Why are we anxious? But to ask such questions and to make such assertions as to what the emotions are that we are feeling is a matter of thought. It is as if we skip a step of asking what it is that we are feeling physically. We fail to look, by and large. And this is a big deal, because these emotional body sensations set the emotional tone of any given experience. And if we do not attend to them, feel them, and experience them completely, they will tend to distort our perceptions and, consequently, our behaviors, often not for the better. And so in today's practice, we are simply going to get acquainted with this internal space of feeling, get a sense of what it means to pay attention to our emotional body sensations, see what we find or what we don't find, and then we will build precision and nuance from there. At any given moment during this practice, there may or may not be an emotional experience present for you. And this experience may be very intense or very mild. So you might not be feeling anger and rage, but you might feel slight irritation. You might not be feeling fear and terror and anxiety, but you might feel slight nervousness. You might not feel pain, but you might feel discomfort. These are emotional experiences, and they will range from mild to intense. And most of them will carry with them a body sensation aspect. These tend to show up in some of the usual places, like the butterflies in your belly, or tension around your diaphragm, or fuzziness or constriction or pressure in your chest, tightness in your neck, tightness around your jaw muscles, prickling or heat in your ears, tiredness around your eyes, tingling or numbness in your hands, tightness in your shoulders. The emotional body sensations that you notice may be clear and specific like this, or they may be very vague and sort of dispersed all over the body. For some, it will be very clear to you what the cause of these emotional experiences is. For others, there will be no apparent cause whatsoever. Either is fine. For this practice, we are not interested in causes of our emotional experiences. We are also not interested in what the associated emotions are, or whether those emotions are appropriate, or what they might mean for you or reveal about you, and so on. These are important questions. But firstly, we must get really good at feeling our emotional experience completely and clearly with concentration. And so take a little time to simply attend to a space of feeling, paying special attention to the arising of any emotional experience that may or may not arise. And if you find that you are having an emotional experience, intense or mild, see if it has a body sensation aspect to it. You can check the usual suspect places that we talked about before, and if there happens to be a body sensation aspect, simply note this. Concentrate on it for a moment. Try to get very clear about this body sensation. Try to locate it precisely. Try to lean your attention into it as deeply as you can. See if it moves. See if it changes. You might label it as feeling, and let it go and move on. Take a moment to do this. For some, this will come easy and naturally. For others, it won't. It might be the case that you are struggling to feel or notice anything in the way of emotional body sensations. It might be the case that you are struggling to disentangle emotional from physical body sensations. This is fine. It takes a while to attune to this, to develop clarity of feeling. But all you need is one instance of feeling clearly, one moment of noting an emotional body sensation clearly. That will outline the space, like sounds outline the space of hearing. There are two broad ways of getting this one moment. The rough and quick way is to trigger some shit, like pain, anger, sadness, or joy. We are not going to do that in this practice. There will be plenty of that coming up. Don't worry. But for now, we're going to employ the other way, which is to simply sit and attend patiently to whatever may arise. Something will. It is just a matter of time and concentration. So for the next minute, at regular intervals, such as once per breath, ask yourself, are you having an emotional experience, intense or very, very mild? If yes, Does that emotional experience have a body sensation aspect to it that may be very clear and vivid or very, very subtle and dispersed? If yes, note it, attend to it, concentrate on it, by which I mean let go of all distractions that arise and focus, in as much as you can, on the body sensation that arises. Label it as feeling, let it go and move on. Give it a go. Along the way, you might find yourself bored with this practice, or you might find yourself irritated at your apparent failure to notice anything, or at least to notice anything clearly, or you might find yourself experiencing a combination of the two. This is good. Boredom and irritation are emotional experiences. If this arises for you, ask yourself, where in my body does boredom show up? What does irritation show up as? Scan through the usual suspect places: abdomen, diaphragm, chest, neck, jaw muscles, cheeks, eyes, ears, hands. Something will show up. Attend. Keep checking. As you do this little exercise of periodically checking your space of feeling and emotional experience, there will be times when you find no emotional experience, or at the very least, no emotional body sensations. This is fine. These are moments of emotional neutrality, and you can actually note them and concentrate on them as moments of emotional tranquility, as moments of feeling rest. They can be quite restful. This is a nice little bonus side effect of doing this practice. As you sit here, you might find some discomforts, physical discomforts. Things might itch, things might hurt. Notice that discomfort usually has an emotional aspect to it, which is the aspect of your not liking it. And that, more likely than not, will carry an emotional body sensation. Likewise, you might find this practice quite soothing and comforting and quite nice. You might enjoy it. Good, enjoy it. But you might realize that this enjoyment also is an emotional experience and will likely carry an emotional body sensation, a feeling of relaxation in your face, fuzziness or space in your chest, or something along those lines anyway. See if you can attend to the emotional body sensation that is there. And if there is something to feel, note it, label it feeling, and move on. Whether you found this easy and engaging, interesting, or difficult and frustrating doesn't actually matter for the moment. What matters is that you are developing your concentration and clarity in attending to this domain of experience, of emotional body sensations. Emotional body sensations is the primary fuel of all our emotional experience, and all our experience is emotional at the end of the day. And these emotional body sensations set the tone of all of our experience. And if we fail to notice them, if we fail to attend to them, if we fail to experience them fully, in other words, if we are unaware of them, they will filter and distort our perceptions in ways in which we do not even know. And consequently, they will drive and distort our behavior, often inappropriately. It is also very important to develop nuance in how we attend to the space, to develop our concentration and clarity such that we can notice and attend even to the most subtle emotional body sensations. Because even the subtlest of these sensory experiences can distort our perceptions and behavior in very big ways. Subtle matters a great deal. Developing this, training this, takes time and work. For this practice, what we are interested in is getting acquainted with this stream of sensory input, the stream of emotional body sensations that contributes to making up all of our moment-to-moment experience of being alive and being you or me, as the case may be. And so take another minute. Reset in your posture. If your eyes were open, you can close them if it is easier for you. And attend as closely as you can, with as much concentration as you can bring to the task, to the arising of emotional body sensations in your space of feeling. And when you find your attention has wandered off into other spaces of awareness, like hearing of mental talk or external sounds, or seeing of mental imagery, or even feeling of external physical body sensations, simply notice this, and as gently as you can, bring your attention back to the task at hand. Keep checking for the appearance of emotional experience, and keep checking for the emotional body sensation aspect of them. Once you find something, note it, concentrate on it, label it feeling, let it go and move on. And if in your checking you happen to find no obvious emotional body experience, note this as a moment of emotional restfulness. Enjoy it for a moment, let it go, and move on. Okay, that's probably enough of that for today. Remember, this is training or practice. And what we are training or practicing is a specific application of concentration and clarity. And so you might do this session as many times as is necessary until you get a sense that you can actually feel or notice emotional body sensations arising. And if you can and want to, you can take some of this with you into your day and periodically check, are you having an emotional experience? Does this emotional experience have a body sensation aspect to it? Attend. Note whatever you find. Concentrate on it. Label it to yourself as feeling. And move on and re-engage in whatever it was that you were doing. You might be surprised at how much emotional experience you find. Anyway, have fun with it, and we will build from here.